Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahara Kakadash. Salutations to the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect who's pushing this word with truth and sincerity. I would like to say Shalom. This is, my name is Yaquab again, Real Hebrew Israelite coming to you from the gym at Chicago camp. And I'm coming to you with another lesson, on consideration, because our people, the nation of Israel, as we know it, do not consider anything, especially the truth, because the nation of Israel, they hate the truth, they stiff-necked people. They don't consider what's right, they consider all the wrong things. Because when you're trying to tell Jake something nowadays, they think you're telling them something wrong. That's not really the case, because all we doing is looking out for you. Yeah. So our people like to put good for evil, and vice versa, evil for good. And that's a fucked up mind state to have. That's a retro mind. Having a retrobate mind is not good to have. But I'm gonna jump into this quick scripture. It's in the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3, and it reads, verse 3: "The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know, my people do not consider." That's plain. Our people do not know. Our people don't know what the fuck. Our people don't know what's going on. You're not trying to consider nothing, and they got their ears closed. When we tell them the truth, it's like we speaking in another language to them. Because Jake like to make fun of everything. Jake like to make fun of the truth. And prophecies. On top of that, telling Jake to get right, and Jake still want to do wrong, backslide, but the Most High got something, the Most High got something for him for that. The Most High got all these people in the trick bag, it's not hard to come back to the Lord, but the way our people set up pride, interfere with that. Because the nation of Israel, Jake don't like to get told nothing. Jake don't like to get told what's right. And it says right there in the scriptures. It says, "My people do not consider." Our people don't consider nothing. As the scripture says, that's plain. I'm gonna jump to another scripture. Our people gotta get out of that retrobate state of mind. It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 16, verse 8, and verse 18. Chapter 16, verse 18, it reads, "Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." Pride goeth before destruction. The pride ain't gonna get Jake nowhere. And it go back. That pride goes back to inconsideration. Because our people don't want to consider anything that involves the truth, or Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Because they got, because Jake, after all these years, they had that church doctrine, philosophy, drilled into their head, and it's hard for them to, repent and get out of that state of mind, especially in this time of age of 2019, because all Jake love to do is go to church on Sundays faithfully. When the scriptures talk about the Most High don't dwell in temples made with hands, in the book of Acts, the 7th chapter, if I'm not mistaken. And Lord willing, I'm going to get that. Matter of fact, I'm going to get that. You know. So our people was messed up in the head. They don't consider nothing. You know, it's just madness. It's the book of Acts. Don't grab this quick precept to back up what I was saying. This is the book of Acts 7. It's the book of Acts chapter 7, verse 48, and it reads, "Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples, made with hands, not in temples." The Most High, that's plain. Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands. Those temples made with hands represents those churches that set up out here. Esau set up out here, to deceive the people, and to deceive the whole world, which is wrong, because he crucified Yahushua's image, betraying him before a white man. When the scriptures talk about how his skin is dark as brass, when the scriptures tell him says otherwise, because Esau contrary to the law, he break the law, all day, every day, 24/7. But point being, our people don't consider, the truth. They don't consider what's right, and they consider what's wrong instead of right. That's why scripture talking about they trade life for darkness, and darkness for light. If I'm not mistaken, that's how that goes. But Lord's willing, I'm gonna get that. But yeah, I'm gonna keep reading. And it said, "Howbeit the Most High dwelleth not in temples made with hands, as said the prophet." And I'm gonna keep reading. Verse 49: "Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool." Because that's how it says right here. Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. So how is the Most High dwelling in a church? How's he dwelling in any type of church made with hands? And the scriptures say otherwise. Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. The earth is his footstool. He's not in no church. That's a cut to the pastors that think the Most High dwell in churches. Because Acts 7:48 says otherwise. I'm gonna keep reading, and it said, "Heaven is my throne, and earth is my footstool. What house will ye build me? Saith the Lord Yahweh, or what is the place of my rest?" Like I said, the Most High don't dwell in temples made with hands, and our people don't consider that. When you tell an average Jake, a church boy, or a church boy, that the Most High don't dwell in temples made with hands, he's not gonna consider that, because of the philosophy that been drilled in his head. He won't even take the time to even consider that, or to look at it, and go back in the scriptures to read the scripture. The pastor in the church don't read Acts 7:48 and 49, because the church, that's a big cut. Our people, not considering that. If our people considered Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and know what it was, they wouldn't be in the church every Sunday or eating pork and breaking the law. So I'm gonna back to what I was, to where I was at. I'm gonna grab one more scripture. It's in the book of Proverbs again. No Jake hard-headed, Jake prideful. But the Most High go break their pride in that day, and I can't wait. A lot of people don't want to listen to nothing. You know, like they got a lawless mindset. Like I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of madness. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 23, and it reads, "A man's pride shall bring him low. A man's pride shall bring him low." You know, the pride ain't gonna get a man nowhere. You know, including these women, the women of our nation. You know, it's not gonna get them nowhere. You know, that's why it says the pride, a man's pride shall bring him low. You know, you're not gonna make it to the next level with that pride. You know, the Most High don't like pride. He despises that. He don't deal with people with pride. You know, and not taking that into consideration. You know, I'm gonna keep going. It said, "But honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. But honor shall uphold the humble in spirit." You know, gotta be humble. You know, with humility. You know, being humble. Takes you, brings you a long way. You know, because you're not gonna move forward with that pride, man. Because it's gonna bring you low. You're not gonna move forward. You know, being humble. You know, enduring these trials and tribulations. You know, enduring these trials and tribulations, you're gonna get to the next level. But our people not considering that. They rather stay at square one. Go back to that consideration, because our people don't consider they want to be in square one. They don't want to go to the next level. You know, they don't want to seek the Lord. You know, they go on with their own understanding. You know, I'm gonna get into this quick scripture because this last scripture, Lord willing, how our people trade light for darkness. I can't think of the scripture on the top of my head right now, so I'm gonna just go and searching. Isaiah 5. I'm gonna jump to that scripture real fast because our people take big consideration in taking light for darkness. Trading our people take big pride in taking light for darkness, trading light for darkness. This is Isaiah 5:20. Why beat is hard for me to find this scripture? Isaiah 5:20. The book of Isaiah, chapter 5, and verse 20, and it reads, "Woe to all." Salaki said, "Woe to them that call evil good." The word "woe" go back to the word destruction. And it says, "Woe to them that call evil good." Woe to them that call evil good. You know that them represents the 2/3. You know, woe to them because they call evil good. You know, and keep going and good evil. I'm gonna read that over. It says, verse 20, "Woe to them that call evil good and good for evil." You know, our people trade light for darkness. You know. And keep going. It said that put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. That's plain. You know, that's what our people do. That's what the nation of Israel do. You know, constantly 24/7, all day, every day. You know, not taking into consideration to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and taking into consideration to follow Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. You know, that's why when they implement this chip, you know, they're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna eat in that day. You know, they got a big ass debt to pay for that also. You know, but they really ain't gonna eat in that day because, you know, Esau can shut they chip off at any given time. Like, you know, Point being, a lot of people not taking consideration to that. They're not taking consideration to the prophecies that's unfolding in their face. You know, a lot of people so stuck on simplicity. You know, and a lot of people not gonna wake up for that. That's why the Lord got them set up for destruction. You know, but I'm gonna end it on that. You know, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahara Kakadash. Again, salutations to the apostles of the Great Millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect who's pushing his word with truth and sincerity. I would like to say Shalom. Till next time.